Well, hey team, how are you doing? I got a couple things I need to teach you today. We're going to talk about body fat because everyone loves to talk about body fat, right? So I'm actually bumping into unit 15 and go ahead and filming this video because you're going to need it when I'm not around. I'm about to go on a trip. I'll still be available to you, but I might not be as readily available to make some quick videos. So we're going to take care of this one today. So a couple ways to measure body fat. And if you're sort of wanting to follow along in the book, I'm actually on page 394 in the book. So it actually talks about using skin fold calipers, and I had my skin fold calipers with me today and I took them home to measure one of my clients. But you've seen them, they're the little pincher things, and in your book it has all the different sites and it has all of the different measurements for you to add up to determine body fat percentage. The other way that we measure body fat percentage is with a device like this that measures bioelectrical impedance. Another bioelectrical impedance device would be this scale. Now, using bioelectrical impedance is a rough estimate, but it's better than using nothing at all. I'm going to have this instrument in my office over the next 2 weeks. If you would like to just come by and use this, feel free to. Now, if you don't have a set of calipers or if you don't have a bioelectrical impedance device, which you can grab one of these on Amazon for about 20 bucks, it might be worth something adding to your professional repertoire. But if you don't have any skin fold calipers, and it takes a long time to get really confident using skin fold calipers, so if you're not going to use calipers and you're wanting to purchase one of these, that would be a great option. A worst case scenario would be to use the BMI chart located on page 394 in your book. BMI is the worst case scenario, especially for people that are athletes. BMI charts really shift in favor of people with pretty much normal body fat percentages, but it gives you a great place to start. So one of the things that we see is with the three main body somatotypes, and it starts to talk about those somatotypes over on page 400 in your book. The more body fat that people tend to carry, we actually see it being harder to measure their body fat percentage. In a perfect world, we would have a hydrostatic tank, which that would give us those right on percentages. I do want you to get used to knowing about your mesomorph, ectomorph, and endomorphs, because each one of these different somatotypes burn calories differently. And I know you've possibly heard that a calorie is a calorie is a calorie. I'm here to tell you that is not the case. People that are endomorphs, I like to call them my round people, they have a harder time breaking down and utilizing carbohydrate calories efficiently and effectively. They store carbs in the forms of body fat. Really, really, really easy. So I definitely want you to think about knowing your somatotypes, and I want you to think about building nutrition programs for each somatotype. If you're designing a program for an ectomorph, my stick people, then you can really increase their carbohydrate percentage. A mesomorph person is someone that has fair build of muscle. You typically can be medium range carbohydrate with them. But when you're dealing with an ectomorph and you're trying to help them reduce overall body fat, the easiest and most healthful way to do it while still keeping their calories in check would be to reduce their overall consumption of carbohydrates. That would be great with those recipes that I sent you yesterday. So in the next short video, we're going to start talking about what we're going to do with these numbers after we get them from our measuring devices. Hang tight. Here's the next one.